the 6.8 magnitude earthquake, now rising to at least 2,900 dead. They fear this will get much worse. Tonight here, the heart-wrenching images from a wedding when the earthquake struck. ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge on the scene in Morocco again tonight.
Tonight, terrifying video of the moment that powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake rocked Morocco. A joyous wedding celebration late Friday night, cut short by violent shaking. The crowd screaming in horror. With more than 2,900 lives lost, this is now mostly a mission to recover the dead. New drone video showing the destruction near the epicenter in the high Atlas Mountains. Helicopters evacuating injured survivors. Rescuers loading patients on stretchers. A small child taken on board.
Helicopters is the only way to get into the most remote communities, and they're clearing rocks off the road.
Tens of thousands homeless. Mustafa smiling and strong for his 3 young children.
We just need a big help this time and now.
And David, Morocco's still not accepting an offer of assistance from the United States. David?
Tom Sufi Burridge in Morocco. Tom.
Stories of bodies piling and filling up the streets after massive floods, when a torrential downpour smashed through 2 dams, washing away homes and everything in the water's way. As that country starts to count the cost, more than 6,000 are presumed dead, and at last reports some 10,000 missing. Another 30,000 have been displaced. These are huge numbers in a failing state which urgently needs help, as correspondent Ben Wiedemann now reports, and a warning, of course, some of the scenes are difficult to watch.
The bodies are everywhere. Dozens of the dead covered in blankets, awaiting identification and burial. The dead number in the thousands, but so far no one really knows how many were taken by Storm Daniel. Survivors are finding more and more bodies. Rescue workers and volunteers have retrieved the body of a boy wrapped in a blanket and prepared to put him in a body bag when his father arrives, overcome with emotion. Doctors fear so many dead left in the open could lead to an outbreak of disease. We aren't able to identify all the bodies and bury them, says this woman identified as Dr. Aisha. We want to provide a humane place, freezers where loved ones can then identify them. Access to Derna remains difficult. The flood destroyed many of the roads and bridges leading to the city. This port in eastern Libya has been transformed into a wasteland of mud, rubble, and ruin. The raging waters that tore through the city spared no one and nothing.
First of all praises to the Father Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakadash. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening, my people, let's get some rest, worship, and praises in to the Most High. As you can see, he's definitely worthy of such, and he is at work throughout this entire world. Okay, that's just what it is. We see the power of the Most High every day, not only in our personal lives, but out here in the news. You see him working, and that's definitely cause to fear the Most High in these final hours, in this time and dispensation of this existence on this planet. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Now it's plain to see that we are in the end times, and it won't be long before the Most High sends Yahweh Shai down here to correct and cleanse this earth for the new world that will be Jacob's. Okay? Because this is Esau's reign. You understand? And Esau's reign is on its way out. And that's basically what it is. Now, what we're going to do is go over here, start this in Matthew, okay? In Matthew 24, we're going to drop down here. Matthew 24:3. And as he sat, and that's Yahushua that is, upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Okay? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. Okay? The end is not yet, people, but we are seeing these signs of the very things that the Hamashiach spoken to his disciples back in those earlier parts of the biblical days. Okay? Now let's go over here in Matthew 24:7. This is what he's saying. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. This is just the beginning, people, of the sorrows that's going to hit this earth with a vengeance. Okay? There will be a lot of lamenting, if you understand what I'm saying. We just watched it with those people over there in Morocco and Libya. All right? Now, to continue here, he continues, he says in verse 9, Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Okay? This is what it is. This is what is headed. You know what I mean? But hey, fear not, because the Most High is with his people. His people that are with him. You understand? Because we have a wandering 2/3 that's among us that has no love for the Most High. And that's just what it is. Okay? And they will get the blunt of the sword more so than the people that are of the Most High. Okay? Now to go over here in Isaiah 28:22. Look at here, look at here, look at here. Let's just read. Verse 1. Woe to the crown of pride, to the drunkards of Ephraim, whose glorious beauty is a fading flower, which are on the head of the fat valleys of them that are overcome with wine. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. The crown of pride, the drunkards of Ephraim, shall be trodden underfoot, and the glorious beauty, which is on the head of the fat valley, shall be a fading flower, and as the hasty fruit before the summer, which when he that looketh up it seeth, while it is yet in his hand, he eateth it up. In that day shall the Lord of hosts be for a crown of glory, and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people. This is what I'm saying as far as the residue of his people. He will be these things of a crown of glory and beauty to us. You understand? But for the ones that walk contrary to the Most High's word, drunkards of Ephraim, you understand? Well, they gonna get the sword. And that's basically what we're looking at now with these so-called disasters. okay, which was, was going on, okay? Now to go over here in Isaiah 29, verse 6. Oh, wow. Yeah, here it is. Let's just take it on down. We're going to take this whole chapter right here. Look here. And I will come against thee round about, and will lay siege against thee with a mouth, and I will raise force against thee, and thou shalt be brought down, and shalt speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as of one that hath a familiar spirit. Meaning, in that particular point, these people that the Most High is going to bring down, their voice is going to sound like somebody that's possessed with a demon. That's basically what that boils down to. Okay? A familiar spirit. Out of the ground, and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passeth away. Yea, it shall be at an instant, suddenly. Okay? Suddenly. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquakes, and great noises, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. Okay? Now, the only thing was missing in Morocco and Libya was devouring fire. But we saw that in Maui. We are seeing the signs that are around about us on a day-to-day basis. If the people that the Most High is showing these things to haven't repented yet, I don't know what's going to make them do it. You understand? This is the time to repent, my people. You understand? We don't have long. We do not have long. Verse 7. And the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall even be as when an hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awake, and his soul is empty. That's torment. That's what you call torment. Or as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul hath appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink. What does that mean? That just simply means they are drunken with what we see here in spiritual Babylon, following the ways of this world today, which is of that wicked one, the devil himself. That's what they're drunken with. You understand? See, but we have to stay ourselves so we don't be drunken. We got to come out of ignorance, and not be of the world, because if the world loves you and you are with the way of the world, then that's enmity with the Most High, meaning he hates you. He has hate for you if that's what you are all about. Again, time to repent, people. It's time to repent. Psalms 55, and it says here, we're going to start down here in this chapter. Let me see. Yeah, we got time. Psalms 55, verse 5. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then I fly away and be at rest. Lo, Then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. Selah. Now stop and think about what you're talking about here. Verse 8. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Tempest is a windy storm that basically is all about a violent wind that comes along like a tornado. You understand? And then if it's a tempest in the water, then that's your hurricane right there. Okay, that's basically what it boils down to. That's what this is saying. Verse 9, destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues. For I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst of thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. Now we know over in Libya and Morocco as well, especially Libya, all these things of mischief and violence is taking place. After all, they killed Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi, when he was simply trying to liberate his people with their own dollar. And if you remember, I think it was in the video we just watched, I think it was Morocco, they refused help from America. They refused help from America. You see, either Morocco or Libya, I can't remember. But I'm just saying, they do not like America. Now, we can sit here from afar and see these things that the Most High is showing us that's taking place with Morocco, Libya, Maui, even in Japan, Mexico, I mean all over the place. I just didn't have time to add those, But this is the thing I'm saying. How long do you think it's going to be before the Most High deals with spiritual Babylon, the devil's seat, right here, America itself? This is what we must prepare for and pray that the Most High deliver us from those of his children that love him and he loves us, and deliver us from these national, these plagues and what have you, and destructions that's coming. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke, people. Now, on a lighter note, to bring this home, we're going to go over here in Mark 35. Mark 4:35, that is. And it says here, look here. Let me see. Let's just start reading. Verse 32. Mark 4:32. But when it is sown, it groweth up, and becometh greater than all herbs, and shooteth out great branches, so that the fowls of the air may lodge under the shadow of it. And with many such parables spake he the word unto them, as they were able to hear it. Talking about Yahweh Shai speaking parables. Verse 34. But without a parable spake he not unto them. And when they were alone, he expounded all things to his disciples. And the same day, when the even was come, he said unto them, let us pass over unto the other side. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. Okay? See, this right here is what I'm talking about. I want to get to you guys. I want you to understand something. Let's continue reading. I'll point it out when we get there. And there were also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awoke him and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? See, these people getting scared. The ones that, disciples, what have you, is on the ship, they're getting scared because the sea is acting up. You understand? The sea is starting to toss that boat, that ship, or whatever you want to call it, around and about. And these disciples figuring it ain't gonna be long for it to tip over and we perish, if you understand what I'm saying. But look at what Yahweh Shai telling them. Check this out. See, this is what a parable, what I'm talking about. No matter how bad things gonna get, you keep your eye on him. You see what I'm saying? And you gonna be all right. That's basically what it is. Now, Mark 4, 36. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. And there were also, we read this, but we're going to continue, with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And they awake him and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? Look at what he said here. And he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased. And there was a great calm. You understand what I'm saying? See, he can turn away all of these things that's coming here in spiritual Babylon. He can make it all right for you. You understand? But you're going to have to make sure you keep your eyes on him. Regardless of what we see about us, about and around us, what I'm saying, that's happening all around the world. Know that Yahweh Shai can say, when it comes here, peace be still around us. That's my point. Verse 40, and he said unto them, Why are you so fearful? Question. How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? You understand that? You see what I'm talking about? There is nothing for us to fear, because Yahweh Shai is in control. That's who's in control. The Most High. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's what it is, people. You got to know this. I know when we see these things that's going on around and about the world, you understand, we tend to get fearful. We tend to get fearful. But keep in mind who's in control. And here's the deal. When you are with the Most High, he is with you. It's really that simple. That's all I got on this one, people. I hope I said something to stimulate spiritual growth. And I hope you found this lesson edifying. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and all praises to the Father Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Ruach Hadash. And I'm out. Peace.